Quarterback keeper, Wilson Wireball. Tackler, number 61, Ross Gilbert. First down, Maroons. Wireball handoff to 23, Christian Canby Conklin. Bucks tackler number 8, Caden Tynan, and 23, Chase Petty. Wireball's pass complete, shoestring catch by number 2, Wilson Wiren. Bucks tackler 23, Chase Petty, Maroons first down. Wireball handoff to 23, Christian Conklin. Bucks tackler 23, Chase Petty. Wireball's pass intended for number 2, Wilson Wiren, incomplete. Defending on the play for the Ducks, number 6, Carson Golker.
Quarterback on the other side of the football. So from the 28-yard line, and call it the 27, sort of between the two. Slink and Brady Howe go out to the right. Conklin to the right of Wireball. Van Wieren by himself out here on the left. And there's the hard count. He got him. That should be a first down for Holland Christian.
Not
going to be close.
5-yard penalty.
It's been a couple weeks now since we saw Wireball effectively do that, but he's all over it tonight.
And it is a first down for Holland Christian.
There was 2 or 3 Ducks that jumped when he did the hard count there.
Yep.
Byron Center and Zeeland East tied 7-7 in the second quarter from Zeeland Stadium tonight.
Whoa. I'll bet the home fans are a little restless there. Here the Maroons lead at 8-zip with 8:22 left in the first half. Spread them out shoulder to shoulder, and here's Conklin again. Conklin through a tackle. Conklin to the 10 and hauled down by Golker at the 6-yard line. Golker saved a touchdown that time.
Not only is Conklin running strong, but he had great vision on that play as well, cutting it to the left and gaining an extra 5 yards.
Another 16 on the carry and another first down for Holland Christian. Once again, the ball at the 11. They can get a first down at the 1. As we approach the 8-minute mark, left to play here in the first half. Slink's going wide right, so is Van Wieren, so is Brady Howe. Treffers, tight end, left side of the formation. Out of the pistol with Conklin right behind Wireball. Give it to Conklin, give it to the hot man, and Conklin gets tackled after a gain of 2 by Tarek DeYoung. So we'll call that the 8-yard line. No, we won't. We'll call it the 3-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
It's not getting any easier to see.
That was right the first time. It is the 8-yard line. It was the 11 where the drive started. or where the series started, I should say. All right, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Runner, wire ball, cuts it back up inside. He's got some room, and down to the 2-yard line goes Wilson Wireball on a great cut.
That play was designed to go out to the right, but Wireball saw some open field to the left and got it down to the 1 or 2 yard line.
And they're going to call it the 2. He's 3rd and a half a yard to go for a first. 1.5 yards gets him a touchdown. I would think you'd keep it in Wireball's hands here, although Conklin's been awfully hot. And Coach Kuipers likes to reward the hot hand.
This is a big play for the Maroons. They want to try and score on 3rd down here if they can.
Under center, Wireball. He'll take it to the left, over left tackle, and take it into the end zone on a power move by Wilson Wireball.
What a push by the left side of the offensive line for the Maroons there.
6:37 left in the half. Holland Christian up on Zeeland West, 14-0. So we'll see what the Maroons do. Kaiser's not coming in. Here's that same funny-looking play again with everybody bunched up on the left side. See what else they've got out of this. They got Van Weeren all alone wide to the right, but they do have him covered. And now here is a toss back. This is Ben Slink to throw it for Van Weeren, and he left it short. Well, Ben Slink's not a quarterback. He is a receiver, and he kind of looked like it on that play. He left the pass quite a bit short. And with 6:37 left, it is now 14-0 Holland Christian.
At Compound Door and Operator Company, because of you, business is great. Truth is, we're too swamped for our own good. So we're keeping the legacy alive by hiring mechanically inclined, strong, ambitious people who like to work hard and take pride in their work. There's competitive pay for those eager to learn. Even better pay for those with experience and great references. Email your interest to customer service at compounddoor.com. That's customer service at compounddoor.com.
Reputations take years to build. Advantage Marine took advantage of that time to build theirs the right way. Now they're West Michigan's premier powerboat repair facility. And more of our neighbors are learning Advantage Marine is the place to trust for winterization and winter storage. Repair your boat's summer bumps and bruises. Protect your boat from winter. Prepare your boat for spring. Sleep well knowing it's in good hands, the hands of trained Mercury and Mercruiser technicians. Advantage Marine, AdvantageMarineRepair.com.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The Play.
Zeeland West expecting another short kick. Kaiser kind of gave it away. He took it from the left side hash mark to the right side hash mark. Now it looks like he's going to kick it toward the boundary on the short side. Let's see what this one amounts to. And it is another line drive kick. This one gets through the defense and finally covered by Trevor Kalinsky. Back at the Zeeland West 22, 23, 24-yard line. So 1st and 10 Ducks from their own 24. That was an effective squib kick.
Yeah, Kalinsky wasn't sure if he should grab it or let the guys that were a little deeper than him grab it, and he grabbed it and lost control of it for a half a second there.
So we'll see if the 14-point deficit changes the game plan for Coach Shillito and the Ducks. Still the full house tee in the backfield with 2 tight ends. And this will be handed off up the middle to Bowman. Bowman will get it out to the 30-yard line, which is a 6-yard gain, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brady Howe and Grant Grassman in on the tackle for the Maroons.
Boy, Howe has just improved so much as a defensive player this year. In the stands as the mist gets a little heavier. The sophomore Gulker will hand it to Petty, the last man through this time, and Petty didn't get off to a very good start. He did get it to the 35-yard line, and that is a 5-yard gain and a first down. And now 4 fresh bodies on the defensive line coming in for Holland Christian. That's a hockey line change right there. You don't see that very often. Under 5:50 to play in the first half. Maroons lead at 14-zip if you just joined us. Carson Gulker 1st and 10, his own 35. Couple of fakes, handed off. Bowman running free into the secondary, has a first down. And he got into Holland Christian territory across the way, out of bounds at the 49-yard line. That is a 16-yard gain for Ross Bowman.
Bowman ran into Slink and then over Slink.
Again, a couple officials, and we have a chop block called against the Maroons, so that'll give them 10 or 15 more.
The penalties against the Maroons, chop block.
We've seen that called a lot this year.
Yeah, it must be a point of emphasis for the MHSA officials.
What's going to chop block is if you have a guy engaged low, you can't hit him high.
15-yard penalty.
And that's a big 15-yard walk-off against the Maroons to put it all the way down to the Holland Christian 34-yard line.
Coach Pike not happy about that call.
So here come the Ducks with the first down. Sticks aren't set yet. Now they are. Gulker on a 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, fullback, and here's the big play for Zeeland West. This is going to be a touchdown, I think. Matt Spaulding trying to catch Chase Petty, and he can't do it. Petty just too quick. So after the 15-yard penalty from 34 yards out, Chase Petty takes it in for the first Zeeland West touchdown of the evening. That's the one we were worried about.
See that so often, a big defensive penalty for the Maroons, and Chilito calls the play to score on the next one.
So Petty is in the middle at the fullback slot now, replacing Guzman. Gulker under center to go for 2. And he'll give it to Bowman, and Bowman will waltz in, no problem. 2-point conversion good for Zeeland West, and suddenly it's 14-8 with 5:09 left in the half. Holland Christian leading on the pledge.
Got our gas furnace working yet?
Afraid it's time to replace it.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin, one of the top-selling brands worldwide.
Daikin.
Daikin, extremely reliable, performance tested.
Daikin.
Daikin, super efficient, saving you lots of money on energy bills.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Call Bremer and Bauman at 396-7716 and ask about the $79 furnace tune-up special. That's 396-7716.
Craig Brink with 5 Star Real Estate is a proud sponsor of today's Holland Christian football game. Craig and his team salute the athletes and coaches at Holland Christian. To your sport. Holland Christian has a tradition of hard work, perseverance, and fair play. These are the values Craig Brink learned as an athlete and graduate of Holland Christian, and what he tries to apply each day on behalf of his real estate clients. Craig would be honored to serve you in your real estate needs. Put his 26 years of experience to work for you. Contact Craig Brink with 5 Star Real Estate at craigbrink.com.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The Play.
Brady Howe running the kick off back, ran through one tackle at the 25, got it out to the 29-yard line before Jared Allen and company brought him down. So first down, Holland Christian, with now just a 6-point lead. 5:01 left to play, first half. Halftime show coming up, brought to you by Al Tierman of Union Home Mortgage. We'll have Scott's famous scoring summary to start it off at halftime, and that's sponsored by ZR Graphics in Zeeland. All right, Van Weeren out here to the near side on the left. That's the short side of the formation, under center. And a stretch play to Conklin. Conklin over the 30, stayed in bounds, and is marked out by Chase Petty at the 34-yard line. 5 on the play. 2nd and 5.
Maroons are going to get the ball to start the second half here tonight, so if they can bleed out the last 4.5 minutes of the clock here, you know, with a touchdown or a field goal, that would bode well for them tonight.
New play tonight with kind of a pro look with quarterback under center. Running back 7 yards deep, and then the quarterback stretches out and hands it to him. This time they fake it to him. Petty almost had wire ball in the backfield. Instead, complete to the tight end, Tyler Treffers, and he's got a first down over the 40 to the 42-yard line. That is an 8-yard gain, and a 1st and 10 for Holland Christian. Play we haven't seen much of this season, the completion to the tight end, Tyler Treffers.
What a great job by Wirebaugh there. He had Petty all over him in the backfield, and he kind of gave him the one-arm shiver and got the ball complete out to Treffers.
Chase Petty is just all over the field, isn't he?
Reminds you a lot of Brady Howe.
Yes, he does. Here comes Slink and the aforementioned Howe out to the left. That's the wide side of the field. This time empty backfield for a Wirebaugh. He puts Conklin in motion. Oops, flag on the play. False start, Maroons.
Flag on the play.
So the Maroons getting penalized a little bit more tonight than we've seen in the recent past.
I didn't see that one, did you?
No, I did not. They'll back him up to the 37-yard line. Somebody must have just flinched in a 1st and 15. So you can't get behind the sticks on a team like Zeeland West. Zeeland West coming in tonight at 5-1 on the season. The Maroons 4-2.
Coach Kuipers gave Slink the play call there and then called him back and changed his mind.
So Slink, Matt Spalding, and Howe all out here to the left. And wire ball out of the gun. Sends Conklin out of the backfield to the left. Instead, Matt Spalding on a screen to the left. And he is tackled by Ross Bowman after a short gain to the 38-yard line. Gain of 1 on that play.
Bowman showing a lot of discipline there on defense. They were hoping to draw the Ducks defense out to the right on a center of the field and made a nice tackle.
2nd and 14 coming up for Holland Christian's offense. 3:03 left to play first half. Time not really a factor yet for Holland Christian. We know they can score from any point on the field. Prolific passing game for senior quarterback Wilson Wirebaugh.
Just one timeout left for the Maroons here in the first half.
3 receivers to the left, running back to the left. Motion him out of the backfield. Looking to throw it to him. Fake to him up the middle for Howe. Can't get it. He was surrounded by 3 players, including Bowman. And also in there for Zeeland West was Mason Baker, who's been quiet thus far tonight. So now 3rd and 14 for Holland Christian.
Maroons did not fool the Ducks there. They had 3 players covering Howe.
So Wirebaugh back to the huddle with the play from the coaching staff with 2:39 left in the first half. Ball is at their own 38. They have a 3rd and 13.
4 receivers out.
4 receivers bunched to the right in a diamond formation, or to the left rather, 1 to the right. Here's the pass backwards to Howe. He'll throw it over to Wirebaugh. It's complete, first down, 45-40, and out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Wilson Wirebaugh. Another trick play for Holland Christian that works. On the flea flicker, Brady Howe to Wilson Wirebaugh.
What a play that was. So Howe was the back player in the diamond out here to the left. As soon as Wirebaugh threw it to him, he took off racing down the field on the right, and Howe hit him with a perfect pass.
You got to be careful you throw that first one backwards. They did. Not by much, but they did. So 1st and 10 for the Maroons, now in Ducks territory at the 36 with 2:30 left in a half. Again, Wirebaugh under center. Stretch play to Conklin. Conklin being brought down from behind by Cade Briones, but not before he got over the 35 to the 33, so that is a gain of 3 and a 2nd and 7 for Holland Christian.
Not sure what they fed Christian Conklin for the pregame meal tonight, but he is running strong.
Well, they put that new play in for him with Wirebaugh under center.
Best half I've seen from a Holland Christian running back in the last couple years.
Treffer's tight end, left side. Van Weeren beyond him. This is going to be a keeper, Wirebaugh around the left. Wirebaugh being chased by Bowman, and Bowman got him out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, so a short gain on that play, and 3rd and long coming up for the Maroons.
Coach Kuipers giving the Ducks a lot to think about on defense tonight.
I want to tell you what.
He is coming at them from every direction.
Clock running down to a minute and a half to play, and a half down time is a bit of an issue. Only 1 timeout left for Holland Christian. Slink wide right. Brady Howe in the slot. Conklin in the pistol behind Wirebaugh out of the gun. He's got Van Weeren on the left, and now Coach Kuipers changes the play. And Conklin adjusts to the right shoulder of Wirebaugh. Here's the snap. Wirebaugh looking left, pump fakes, lets it go, intended for Van Weeren. That one almost intercepted by the sophomore Gulker, who spends more time throwing it than catching it. Gulker couldn't hang on, but he should have intercepted that ball.
Wirebaugh double clutched on that. I wasn't sure. I don't think the timing was quite there between him and Will Van Weeren on that play.
Or the ball was wet and it slipped or something. It didn't feel right when he let it go. 1:04 left. 4th and 6 coming up for Holland Christian. And they're going to go for it. With 1:04 left in the half. See if this is the hard count. 4th and 6. They'll snap it. Wirebaugh rolling right, letting it go right. He's got a man, and he can't quite get it. Baker was out there defending. Didn't quite come down with it, and again, the Maroons turn it over on downs. I don't remember first half where we've had the ball turned over on downs as many times as we have had here tonight.
This is scary time for the Maroon defense here. You're going to have to really be disciplined on their tackles.
You're up by 6. You've given it back to the Ducks at the Ducks' 32-yard line. They have 59.2 seconds left.
And all 3 timeouts.
Your sophomore quarterback, Carson Gulker, relays the play to the huddle, and now they walk out of it and up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10. Gulker looks over the defense, spins down under center, and gives it to the fullback up the middle. That has been Chase Petty, and it is Chase Petty. He gets it over the 35 to the 36-yard line, a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
I am surprised Coach Shillito did not call a timeout there.
41 seconds down now to 40 seconds as the clock continues to run. Gulker on a 2nd and 6. And looking to throw it, being chased. Still is going to let it go deep, and this will come up well short. And the Ducks coaches wanted interference called. They didn't get it. Matt Spaulding was back there defending. Didn't see who the intended receiver was. Maybe Baker. And it'll be a 3rd and 6 coming up for Zeeland West. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. 23.3 left to play first half.
Coach Kuipers wants to know why that wasn't intentional grounding, as that ball went to no one.
Yeah. Watch Petty, the fullback. Gulker, the quarterback. Gulker this time will hand it off. And I think it's Bowman got it that time. It is Bowman. And he is tackled at the 40-yard line. A 4-yard gain and a 4th and 2 coming up. And now the Ducks will call timeout. Nope, Holland Christian will use their last timeout. Whatever, we'll be back in a moment.
You want your printing to make that first impression a good impression. First impressions are important. That's why many top business leaders, schools, and churches confidently choose Zeeland Print Shop for all their printing. From business cards to large corporate printing, from vinyl banners to window graphics, the printer of choice is Zeeland Print Shop. You will easily find them on Main Street in downtown Zeeland next to the post office. Zeeland Print Shop supports our community and is pleased to bring you high school football on the Pledge.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Cooley Godfrey Investment Group, we've got your solution. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of banking and investment solutions under one roof. Cooley Godfrey Investment Group is committed to helping you reach your goals. Stop in and speak with Kerry Cooley or Jack Godfrey today. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA, SIPC.
And 2 coming up for Zeeland West. Gulker tried the hard count. That didn't work, and Coach Shillito will call timeout. So we'll keep it here with just 8 seconds left to play in this first half of action. Scott, a really competitive, really entertaining first half of football. Seen a lot of crazy kind of things like penalties and all kinds of new plays, and especially on special teams for Holland Christian. It's been a very entertaining first half of football.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Coach Kuipers did call his final timeout there on the play before this one. It seemed as though Coach Shillito was willing to let the clock run out and go to the half, but Coach Kuipers called timeout. He wanted to make sure he had that defense set in case the Ducks did have time to get a last-second playoff. But I see the Maroons have Slank and one of the Spaldings deep into the secondary here, just trying to make sure that somebody doesn't break free.
Yeah, this is a real chess match. You got to be really careful if you're Holland Christian not to let somebody get an open path into the secondary. 8 seconds left. 14-8 Maroons. 4th down and 2. Zeeland West. Gulker under center takes the snap and hands it off. And that play will be stopped at the 49-yard line with 3 seconds left.
Maroon tackler, 57, James Veal.
James Veal credited with the tackle. And the Ducks call timeout once again. Nothing like using all 3 of your timeouts in the last 10 seconds of the half.
I don't know if we've ever seen 5 timeouts used in the first half. But like you said, it's a chess match right now.
It is. Coach Shillito thinking, how can I get the lead going to the locker room and just take the wind out of the sails of Holland Christian? Coach Kuipers and defensive coordinator Tyler Pike, a Zeeland West grad, by the way, wondering how they can keep the Ducks out of the end zone and keep them from breaking the big one down the field. It is at the Ducks' 49-yard line. It is 1st and 10. But barring a defensive foul, this will be the last play of the first half. We'll see what Coach Shillito dials up. Wouldn't look for anything too exotic here. Same formation. Gulker takes the snap. Gulker keeps it. He's going to throw. What did I say about not too exotic? And that is an incomplete pass. Almost scooped up by Zeke Buter down at the Holland Christian 30-yard line, but the play just bounced off the turf. And that'll bring us to halftime with the score, Holland Christian 14 and Zeeland West 8.
Michigan Hearing Experts wants you to know the real effects of hearing loss. Hearing loss can signal dementia. It's true, but there's good news. Treating hearing loss can ward off dementia. It's time to treat hearing loss at Michigan Hearing Experts. Good folks with a heart for people, not patients, people. Let's treat hearing loss in your life today. Michigan Hearing Experts in Holland, Grand Haven, Jenison, and MichiganENTAllergy.com. A great team doesn't happen overnight. It takes years of conditioning and hard work. It takes vision and a serious commitment to be the best you can be to strengthen and empower the team to its full potential. This is the legacy of Barber Ford. From your first step into the showroom to your regular oil changes, even to service and body work, you can feel Barber Ford's deep commitment to serving you. And it reaches further than that into the community with a commitment to making a difference. Barber Ford new pre-owned service and body shop. Online at barberford.net.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The Play.
Our halftime show tonight sponsored by Al Tierman of Union Home Mortgage. For information and options on mortgages and refis, visit altierman.com. And Scott's famous scoring summary is sponsored by ZR Graphics in Zeeland. For large format printing, signs, exhibition displays, and vehicle wraps, visit zrgraphics.com.
All right, well, an exciting first half of football here. Not a lot of scoring, but certainly exciting. In the first quarter, Wilson Wireball had a 1-yard touchdown run with 4 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first quarter. The 2-point conversion was good on a pitch from Ben Slink to Chris Conklin, and the Maroons led 8-0, and that was your score at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, with 6 minutes and 37 seconds left in the half, Wilson Wireball ran it in from 2 yards out. This time the 2-point try was no good, and Holland Christian took a 14-0 lead. After a big penalty on defense by the Maroons with 5:09 left in the first half, Zeeland West got a 34-yard touchdown run by Chase Petty. The 2-point conversion was good by Ross Bowman. And at the halftime tonight, your score
is this evening from Holland Christian with our director Dave Engberg.
Again, we've had a lot of fun this year so far with these segments, and we just appreciate it. Today we have our girls soccer coach with us, Coach Elliott Slank. He's heading into his 8th year this spring at the helm of the girls soccer program. He is a very stable presence with our girls. He does a lot of great things with the program, and we're just excited to have him. I get to work with him a little bit in the athletic department and just think the world of him. So, yeah, here's Elliott Slank.
Coach Slank, welcome. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
This coming season look?
We're definitely looking to build on last year. We had kind of a rebuilding season last year with a young team. Only 4 seniors were on the team, and we had 5 sophomores who were on that team. So they got great experience, and I think they're ready to take on a big workload again this year.
And I believe there are JV and freshman girls soccer teams at Holland Christian, right?
Yep.
So that talks about numbers. Soccer, everybody says, is growing in popularity. From a coaching standpoint, does that translate into more kids coming out for soccer?
Our numbers aren't necessarily growing in terms of the amount of kids, but I would say kids, for the most part, are starting to play soccer earlier, and so their technical ability, their tactical awareness is in a better spot than it was back when I was playing.
Is it safe to say they're getting better coaching earlier?
I would say so, yes.
Because there are more kids coming out of high school and college who are willing to take a 4 or 5-year-old and say, yeah, okay, let's do this the right way from the beginning, not just, stand around and see how many kids we can gather around the ball.
For sure, yeah. The amount of soccer games that kids compete in at an earlier age, and just with club sports, they get a chance to travel, play people from different areas.
Basketball aficionado, broadcast, those are the sports I like to watch. What I need to watch for.
Set up to defend and make it difficult for their opponent to score, or are they really trying to get into the attack and put some goals on the scoreboard?
In all sports at all levels, coaches seem to have a bent toward either offense or defense. Which one are you?
I would say I'm probably a defensive coach first. We like to try and keep the other team off the scoreboard, and then we'll try to figure out if we can score.
Now, you had success as a soccer player here at Holland Christian. As I recall our earlier conversation, you were on a state championship team.
Yeah, that was a long time ago already. Back in 2003, I was fortunate enough to be a part of a great team. Played for Coach Jack Highbor, someone I really admired. And yeah, it was a lot of fun winning a state championship back then.
At what point in your life did you decide that coaching was a thing you'd like to do?
I think it was probably that season. Just the experience I had, not only as a soccer player on that team, but just as a person, realizing what it's like to be in community with a bunch of guys just trying to achieve the same thing, taking care of each other. That was really special to me, and I think Jack did a great job of building that atmosphere, and I thought coaching would be a great way to give back because I enjoyed that experience so much.
Is there anything outside of the obvious that's a difference between girls and boys high school soccer? The obvious being size and speed, I would think.
I would say girls want to compete just like for me, and that's why I love coaching girls just as much as I would coach guys.
Is there a huge difference in the way you coach the guys game coached?
The girls game. But that being said, girls just want to play, they want to win, they want to do well.
We have said it over and over on these halftime interviews that coaching at Holland Christian is more than just coaching the sport your kids are involved in. What does that mean to you? What does it look like to you off the field or off season?
Off season is a lot of fun to stay in contact with the players and just see how they're doing in school. Multi-sport athletes who are playing volleyball right now, they'll play basketball in the winter, and so just to connect with them, I'm very thankful that I can be a teacher here at Holland Christian and get to know those players for who they are, more than athletes, but who they are as people.
The way you said that makes me assume that you enjoy having your athletes participate in other sports.
Oh, for sure. I think it helps them, stay fresh. Like when they get to a soccer season, they're ready for soccer. And it also just helps them be a part of different teams and see what it's like to be coached by other people. And all those things are valuable experiences by the time they get to the spring.
Well, Coach Slank, I'm kind of, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I'm going to try very, very hard to get more interested in soccer, learn more about it, be able to at least watch it intelligently and get a feel for what's going on. And you may take some of the credit for turning me in that direction.
Hey, we always love more soccer fans, so we appreciate it.
All right, Coach Elliott Slank, Holland Christian girls soccer coach. Good luck in the upcoming season, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
WPNW, Zeeland, Holland, Hudsonville, Grand Rapids.
Truly in a league of her own, always first in goal in overtime, and you've got to be kidding me. It's all next on This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hi again, everyone. I'm John Johnson, and welcome to This Week in High School Sports. Last week, they gathered in Grand Rapids to celebrate the life of Dolly Konwinski, and what a life it was. The longtime MHSAA registered official in baseball and softball died at the age of 87, and the word celebrate is an understatement considering her achievements. Before becoming a well-respected baseball umpire, Konwinski was a professional bowler and one of a special group of women who made up the old All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, the organization on which the movie A League of Their Own was based. An infielder, Konwinski had her own baseball card, playing primarily for the Grand Rapids Chicks, and the league was enshrined as part of the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown nearly 30 years ago. She told us in a 1990 interview for Past Sports about one of the pitchers in the league.
She threw an overhand curve, and today it's known as the split finger. I mean, the bottom would drop out. It'd head for their shoulders, and the catcher would be pulling it out of the dirt.
And as an umpire, she told us in that same interview the role that officials play in young people's lives.
You're doing it for the youngsters who, at this time in their life, may not be going on to the sport they're in, but they're there to have some fun.
You can read more and watch our television feature from 1990 on Dolly Konwinski on the second half page of the MHSAA website. Our MHSAA TV game balls this week go out to Schoolcraft football running back Kobe Clark, who set an MHSAA record with 9 rushing touchdowns against Constantine last week, and Rockford's Erica Vanderlende, who ran the fastest girls cross-country time in the state this season with a 16:55.9 at the Allendale Invitational on Saturday. Back with more in a moment. You're listening to This Week in High School Sports.
Do you need money for college? Michigan Student Aid is Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. They administer scholarships, grants, college savings programs, and other resources that help make college accessible, affordable, and achievable for you. See how they can help you today by visiting michigan.gov/mystudentaid and connect with Michigan Student Aid on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram.
Our weekly Be the Referee segment takes a look at the fine art of officiating with Brent Rice.
In Michigan, football overtime for each team starts with first and goal at the 10-yard line. Other states which allow overtime begin anywhere from the 10 to the 25-yard line, and in some of those states, you could actually pick up a first down while on offense. But Michigan is always first and goal. Even in those situations where a dead ball foul from the first team's possession in an overtime may start the second team series at the 25, it is still first and goal. The only way a team on offense can pick up a first down in overtime is on a penalty, providing yardage plus an automatic, and those are only on the roughing calls: roughing the passer, the kicker, the holder, and a long snapper.
Thanks, Brent. You can be a referee. Go online now to MHSAA.com to register. Our first edition of You've Got to Be Kidding Me for the new school year takes us to an all-time low. In the Midwest last week, the mother of an 11th grade high school student filed in federal court. That's right, she made a federal case out of this, a lawsuit because Johnny was cut from the varsity team he was going out for. Never mind that there's plenty of good federal case law that already states that participation in high school sports is a privilege and not a right. I know some ambulance chasers who found that out the hard way earlier this year. Think of the incredible precedent that could stand to be set here if the law and common sense did not prevail. Think of it, a judge overturning a coach's decision. That would open the door in sports to decisions about playing time, positions played. What about block charge, ball strike, and pass interference calls going to court? How about who gets the lead in the school musical? Who is first chair and violin? Do you see how ridiculous this could get? Thank goodness the judge in the case refused to issue a restraining order Monday night for what was later reported to be sub-varsity team eligibility, which would have actually been a worst-case scenario since the widespread practices in school sports is to not place upper-class students on such teams for a lot of good educational reasons. There's already a glut of unworthy cases in our judicial system as it is, and cases involving school sports don't need to be in that mix. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm John Johnson. We'll see you next time.
The busy season is upon us. Moms, you know what I mean. Endless days of running kids to school, sports, and anything else that comes up. With as much time as you'll be spending with your most precious cargo in the car, it makes sense to spend a few minutes making sure your ride is in tip-top shape. OK Tire is inviting you to stop in and let the pros check it all out. From tires to brakes, belts, and hoses, and everything in between, we will make sure you're safe on the road.
OK Tire, your hometown tire store in Holland, Hamilton, and Zeeland.
As a proud sponsor of Holland Christian Sports, Lensbalder Insurance is a local company striving to help local people. Lensbalder Insurance is here to make sure that you're prepared with the coverages you need. Giving you peace of mind is what they do, while offering a person-to-person relationship that you can't get with a large direct company. Lensbalder Insurance specializes in all your insurance needs, with coverage options including homeowners, auto, umbrella, and life. Online at lensbalderins.com. At Lensbalder Insurance, we've got your back.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The Play.
Halftime show continuing now, brought to you by Al Tierman of Union Home Mortgage. The score, Holland Christian leading Zeeland West by a total of 14-8. And with a look at the pertinent stats from the first half, here's Scott.
For the visitors from Zeeland West, Chase Petty leads them in rushing tonight. He has 7 carries for 51 yards. Ross Bowman is the second leading rusher in the first half for the Ducks. He has 6 carries for 37 yards. Carson Galker attempted 4 passes in the first half, completed 2 of those, and has 24 yards passing in the first half. Zeke Buter and Chase Petty each have 1 of those receptions, and each went for 12 yards. For Holland Christian, Christian Conklin, what a first half he had rushing the football. 10 carries for 63 yards, averaging 6.3 yards a carry. Wilson Wirebaugh has carried the ball 8 times for 25 yards. Wilson Wirebaugh throwing the football in the first half, 8 of 14, no interceptions and 97 yards. Brady Howe, the leading receiver for the Maroons tonight, 4 catches, 37 yards.
And taking a quick look at the OK Green standings coming into play tonight, Zeeland East and Zeeland West tied atop the league with 3-0 marks. Unity Christian is 2-1. Holland Christian in the middle at 2-2. Byron Center 1-2. Hamilton 1-3. And Holland High has yet to win a league contest. They are 0-4 in the OK Green. Both teams out on the field going through final warm-ups, and we'll be back to kick off the second half of action here from Holland Christian in a moment on The Pledge.
At Compound Door and Operator Company, because of you, business is great. Truth is, we're too swamped for our own good. So we're keeping the legacy alive by hiring mechanically inclined, strong, ambitious people who like to work hard and take pride in their work. There's competitive pay for those eager to learn. Even better pay for those with experience and great references. Email your interest to customer service at compounddoor.com. That's customer service at compounddoor.com.
Imagine a program that equips you for success in the job market, the workplace, and the world. Calvin LifeWork does just that, taking the fear out of your first steps after college. With Calvin College's innovative life readiness program, you'll explore different career paths, learn about personal finances, practice essential life skills for wherever God calls you. Then you'll earn a $3,000 scholarship when you complete the program. Yep, $3,000. Start your journey at calvin.edu/discover/lifework.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The Pledge.
You know, Scott, whatever Coach Kuipers had to say at halftime, he said it quickly because the Maroons were out very, very early from the locker room. Zeeland West came out with about the extra 3 minutes left on the clock. So they came out in relatively normal time. Coach Shillito making whatever adjustments he's going to make. And I don't know about you, Scott, but I think we're going to see something different out of Zeeland West here in the second half, realizing they need just a little more consistency on offense.
Yep, I'm sure there's a few plays, as he always does. Coach Shillito's got something up his sleeve here for the second half.
And we'll see if Coach Kuipers has anything left up his sleeve, because he pulled all the aces out from under the shirt in that first half of action with trick plays on extra point attempts and a couple of trick plays on offense, including a flea flicker that got them a first down from Wirebaugh to Howe and back to Wirebaugh again. So here comes the kickoff. As we said, Holland Christian gets the ball to begin the second half. They'll go left to right in the mist here at Holland Christian. There's the kick. It's a good one, and it goes over Conklin's head and rolls into the end zone. Touchback Holland Christian. They'll take over from their own 20 yard line.
Maroons ball, 1st and 10 from the
Kicking
20.
off was Branch McGeehan for Zeeland West. Only his second kickoff of the night. I never did get his name on the first time. Shame on me. So here we go, 14-8 Maroons. 80 yards away from pay dirt. They want the ball on the near side hash mark going left to right. Actually, they're huddled in the middle of the field. Now they'll come over to the hash mark. Out over the ball at center, as always, Sam DeKeevet. Normal tonight. First one, again, at the face mask of wire ball. Here's a reverse. This is Van Weeren. Van Weeren, 25-30. Van Weeren runs into Gulker at the 34-yard line. Give Gulker credit for bringing him down, but Van Weeren got 14 yards.
Far side on the reverse. Heavy mist falling now, and the Maroons are going right into it. Maybe a 5 or 8 mile an hour breeze.
Yeah, not much, but
no, if you look at the Zeeland West flag across the way, you can see it a little bit.
Wire ball in an empty backfield with 3 receivers to his left. Now he'll put Conklin in motion, fake it to him and keep it. Up the middle comes wire ball. Jukes to the 40, the 45, and out of the 46-yard line before being knocked down by Luke Johnson. That's a 12-yard gain for Wilson Wireball, 1st and 10, Holland Christian.
Well, we talk about how strong he runs the football, but that time it was all vision with a first cut to the left and a cut back to the right for a nice gain.
Look down at that Zeeland West defensive line. They don't really have any of the big boys that they've had over years past. Ross Bowman in there, middle linebacker, is very physical. So 2 receivers left for Wireball on a 1st and 10. He'll give it to Conklin this time, and that one was sniffed out. Conklin fumbles it. It's rolling loose. They're going to mark him down. They will mark Conklin down back at the 38-yard line. That'll be a loss of 8 on the play and bring up 1st and a whole bunch.
Great defensive adjustment there by the Ducks, not letting Conklin get loose that time.
So there's one adjustment we've seen the Zeeland West coaching staff make. First time Conklin's been thrown for a loss all night. Matt Spaulding checking in, replacing the tight end Tyler Treffers. So we've got Matt Spaulding, Slink, and Howe out to the right. Then Wearing out to the left. Wire ball with a nice fake handoff to Conklin. And Conklin running free and almost got his first down. He is down to the 45-yard line of Zeeland West, and a flag coming in from the defensive secondary. Might be a face mask.
It's about the only thing it can be, I think.
Conklin did go down rather awkwardly. Personal foul, Zeeland West. They didn't call it a face mask. They just called it a personal foul. So on top of the gain, down to the 41-yard line. They're going to march the penalty yardage off down to the 31.
That play had you and I faked out, as we thought Wireball had the ball coming towards us, and Conklin was going around the left end with the football.
And that was not a standard handoff. That was one of these sneaky behind-the-back things again. So more trick plays out of Coach Chris Kuipers. Wireball out of the gun. 1st and 10 in West territory now. They'll let it go down the left sideline. That one nearly intercepted. It was intercepted. Pass intended for Van Weeren was short, and I didn't see who came up with it. Carson Gulker, the quarterback, came up with the interception.
Carson jumped that route and got in front of Will Van Weeren, who was kind of stuck in the mud, couldn't move forward, and Gulker got in front of him and made a nice interception for the Ducks.
Have I mentioned lately Gulker is a sophomore? Boy, he plays great on both sides of the football. So West with a big opportunity here, down by just 6. 1st and 10 from their own 24. And Bowman runs it around right end and gets it out to the 28-yard line. Howe on the tackle. That's about a 5-yard gain. 2nd and a long 5 coming up for Zeeland West from the 28.
Well, if you've ever been in an airplane going through a cloud, that's almost what we're here like tonight at Holland Christian Stadium.
Yeah. As we look up at the lights, we can see the mist just kind of cascading from right to left. Second down play. Petty up the middle. And maybe that wasn't Petty. We'll double check that, but he got it all the way out to the 44-yard line, whoever he was. Bowman for 16 again.
Somebody got him by the shirt tail, and it's a good thing they did, or he's gone for a touchdown.
The Zeeland West offense can wear you out if you're playing defense, and that's what they're trying to do. Just pound it right down your throat. 1st and 10, their own 43. Gulker with the 3 backs in a straight line, 3 yards behind him. That's Petty up the middle, and Petty fighting for yardage like he always does. Gets about 5 out of it to the 49. 2nd and 5. The Maroons need to have a bend, don't break philosophy.
That's a gain you're used to seeing from Zeeland West on 1st down.
Absolutely. .8:10 left to play. 3rd period from Holland Christian. The Ducks trailing the Maroons by 6. From near midfield, Gulker hands it to 20 going around right end. That will be Tarek DeYoung. A rare carry for him tonight. He gets it into Holland Christian territory at the 49. That is a gain of 2. 3rd and a long 1 coming up. And again, the hockey line change on the defensive line for Holland Christian. This looks like the bigger group.
Yep, they have 24 players dressed tonight, so they are going to be able to do some substituting on defense.
Short yardage situation, put all the big guys on the line. 3rd and a long 1. 28, not 23. Trevor Kalinski in there at a running back, and he got his 1st down to the 45-yard line of Holland Christian.
Nice patient run that time by Kalinski. He waited for the hole to open on the right side of the line, and he took it for a 1st down.
I haven't issued my usual disclaimer for a Zeeland West game yet because it's been going pretty good so far tonight, but he's got it. 1st and 10. Gulker to the left halfback, Luke Johnson, and he fights his way for 5 yards. Brady Howe in on another stop for Holland Christian, making a bid to be our defensive player of the game for Vanderlaan Home Improvement. He's down to the Holland Christian 40-yard line, so everything Zeeland West does lately is worth 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for the Ducks. Maroons up. Snap. Right halfback. Ballman tackled by Ben Slink around the ankles, but not till. That's 7 yards and a 1st down.
And Coach Shillito will gladly just keep that clock running with Wilson Wirebaugh and the Maroon offense off the field.
Absolutely. He would very much like to take a lead on this possession. Bowman's the right halfback. Here's Gulker with the snap. I think this is the first guy through. It's Petty. Chase Petty inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. That's another 9 yards. 2nd and 1 coming up.
Ducks getting into the secondary on nearly every carry now, something they were not doing in the 1st half.
Grassman into the defensive lineup for Holland Christian, replacing Nathan Van Dyke. From the 24, 2nd and 1. Ball on the far side, hash mark. The Ducks go right to left. Gulker taking the snap and handing it off to Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson tumbles his way over defenders and is marked down at the 15-yard line. Another 9-yard gain for the Ducks offense.
Coach Shillito going 5 or 6 running backs deep here in the game tonight. Looks like he's got confidence in all of them.
Actually mark it at the 16. So 1st and 10 from the Holland Christian 16-yard line with 5:08 left in a rapidly moving 3rd period. Gulker to Bowman. Bowman running through. Led by Ben Slink and Grant Grassmith, who had him wrapped up. At 14-14 from 16 yards out with 4:58 left to play in the 3rd period. So we'll see if the Maroons can keep them out of the end zone on the 2-point conversion attempt.
Ducks really just wearing down the Maroon defense on that drive.
Johnson at left half, Bowman at right half, Petty in the middle, and Bowman in for the 2 points. So, for the first time tonight, the Ducks take the lead 16-14 on the play.
Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with auto owner's insurance. Someone you can call when you need them most. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. I'm Jacob Bonema, and I am that agent. Visit me at Koop & Burr Insurance of Holland. That's Koop with a K Insurance.
Verhaeg Motors is your Lakeshore Mitsubishi dealer. The 2018 Sport ES 5-passenger all-wheel drive price starts at $19,990. Buy your next vehicle at Verhaeg Motors Mitsubishi. They provide a simple, easy, and hassle-free way to purchase. Visit their showroom today on East 8th Street in front of the Holland Energy Park for an all-wheel drive SUV that includes a backup camera and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Let your fingers do the shopping at VerhaegMotors.com.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The Pledge.
McGeehan kicks it off, taken by Holland Christian's Will Huizinga at the 7-yard line, and he is tackled very physically at about the 12, maybe the 13. Give him the 13-yard line. So the Maroons will have to start deep in their own territory. And I was just thinking, Scott, for the Holland Christian offense, it's been fun so far tonight. Now it's work.
Yep, they're going to have to score on this drive, I think, to stay in this football game. Zeeland West did a really nice job wearing down the Maroon defense on that last drive, a long one.
4:53 left in the third. Receiver is confused, and now they get switched. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. That's Van Wieren, who's been very quiet tonight. Targeted a couple of times. I don't believe he's caught anything. Yeah, he got one off the shoe tops, didn't he? There's a play out to the right to Brady Howe. And Brady Howe is rolled out of bounds at about the 29-yard line, tackled there by Mason Baker.
For the last 2 or 3 weeks, we'd see Brady Howe, kind of gingerly gimping around back and forth to the huddle, but he seems to be running and getting around really well tonight.
14 on the play to the 27, 1st and 10, Maroons. Trailing 16-14 to the Ducks. Wire ball will go to the gun. He's got Conklin back there with him. 3 left, 1 right. Pass to the right, Van Wieren caught it, but just a short gain before he went out of bounds at the 32. Give him a quick 5, make it 2nd and 5 for Holland Christian.
Carson Galker not scared to get physical on defense. He hit Will Van Wieren a ton there to get him out of bounds.
He plays in that defensive secondary, but he blitzes some, and he gets in on a lot of plays.
Not afraid to mix it up.
Coach Shillito likes his athletes versatile. He's got one in Carson Galker, just a sophomore. Wire ball with Conklin to his left. He's got 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 5. Conklin's got it. He avoided 1 tackle, but who's that, 61 or 81 slowed him up?
61.
That would be Ross Gilbert, who slowed him up enough for his friend to get there and take Conklin down at the 32-yard line for no gain.
Ross Gilbert did a really nice job reading that play and got in the backfield quickly.
3rd and 5.
Big 3rd down for the Maroons here.
Down to 3:21 left to play in the third. Slinks going wide left, Van Wieren wide right. 2 slot receivers on the left, Howe and Matt Spaulding. Wire to take the shotgun, snap. Fakes it to Conklin out of the backfield, gets it to Van Wieren on a screen. Van Wieren 35-40 through a tackle, 50, 45, 40, 30. Van Wieren to the 21-man to beat. He got rid of Baker, and then Baker wrapped him up, and he's down to the 3-yard line. Well, give Baker credit for staying with it, but Will Van Wieren got it all the way down to the 3-yard line. 18 and 47. How many is that? About 65? 65 yards on that play.
Will Van Wieren got injured in the first football game this year, and I'm pretty sure that's the biggest play he's had since. What a great play by Will Van Wieren.
1st and goal from the 3. Yeah, I said 65. The official stat man said 64. I'll take that. All right, here goes Slink to the left on a 1st and goal. Howe in the slot, Van Wieren out right. Under center. Wire ball, and that's false start Holland Christian. Third time tonight they've done that.
Illegal procedure, Maroons, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Once again, it looked like the center to Kiewit, who might have flinched or something. So back it up to the 8-yard line.
That is a backbreaker for the Maroons.
Still first and goal. Yeah, you could figure a couple of running plays from the 3. From the 8, you've got to throw it probably at least once. Conklin's coming out. Grassman went in to replace him. I mean, another trick play? Where's Grassman going to line up?
Brady Howe in the backfield.
Grassman's going to line up wing right as a blocker, I would think. Throw, and just missed Ben Slink. He had him open, defended out there by Jared Allen for Zeeland West. He threw it wide left on a bit of a fade and just didn't lead Slink enough. He might have thought Slink was going for the sideline, and instead Slink cut it in, or the other way around. So second and goal from the 8-yard line, rather. .205 left in the third. Maroons looking to get back on top. This time Van Weeren in a slot. That's a little unusual. Motion Howe out of the backfield. Keeper. Wire ball. Hole. Touchdown. Wilson wire ball up the middle. Great blocking by DeKeevitt and company in the middle of that offensive line. And Wilson Wirebaugh takes it in. Blake Gavin also got a great block on that run for Wilson Wirebaugh to put the Maroons back on top. Now 20-16.
His third rushing touchdown of the night.
And this time, they'll go for 2 again in that same formation where the linemen are all lined up looking at the near sideline. Ben Slink throws the ball backwards to somebody. And Wirebaugh looking to throw it. Wirebaugh in trouble, lets it go, and it is knocked down incomplete. So that one defended very well by Zeeland West. Pass intended for Slink, who actually acted as the snapper on that one. And with 2 minutes left in the third, Maroons are back up 20-16 on the pledge.
Craig Brink with 5-Star Real Estate is a proud sponsor of today's Holland Christian football game. Craig and his team salute the athletes and coaches at Holland Christian. Congratulations to you on your effort and dedication to your sport. Holland Christian has a tradition of hard work, perseverance, and fair play. These are the values Craig Brink learned as an athlete and graduate of Holland Christian, and what he tries to apply each day on behalf of his real estate clients. Craig would be honored to serve you in your real estate needs. Put his 26 years of experience to work for you. Contact Craig Brink with 5-Star Real Estate at CraigBrink.com.
It's the last thing you see when you leave your house, and the first thing you see when you arrive home. Old, dull, boring. It's your garage door. It's time for a Clopay garage door from Quality Door Company. Go modern with wood, steel, maybe even more of a contemporary look with aluminum and glass. Freshen up the first and last thing you see at home with a garage door from Quality Door Company. A Clopay Master Authorized Dealer. Holland, Grand Rapids, Muskegon, and South Haven. Online at qualitydoor.biz.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The play.
Now, Kaiser hasn't really gone for a deep, ordinary kickoff all night. Once again, it looks like he's set up to go with the onside kick. The Ducks all right up at midfield. And here is the onside kick. He gets the bounce, but it is taken, I think, by Zeeland West. It looked to me like 18 Neil O'Brien was the first one on it, and he was. So that will be another short field for Zeeland West, starting at their own 49-yard line.
Coach Kuiper's showing a lot of confidence in his kicker.
Well, not only that, but he must have seen something on film from these returners that he doesn't want anything to do with, because he hasn't kicked it back to the returners all night long except once on a squib that just happened to get through. So here are the Ducks now trailing by 4, and this will be a handoff to Petty, I think.
Yeah.
And Petty over midfield to the Holland Christian 49.
54, Noah Koch, second down.
Noah Koch on the 2 on that one. Make it 2nd and 8 from the HC 49. For the boys from ZW. Carson Gulker, the quarterback, looks over the defense. Takes the snap. Hands it to Petty. Petty. Or is that 28?
Yeah.
down to the 45-yard line. 28, not 23. That's Trevor Kalinsky.
Tackler number 9, Grant Grassman.
You're right. I don't remember a Zeeland West team running this many guys in and out of the backfield. Usually if you placed them once in the evening, you could stick with it, but not tonight.
Both coaches really mixing it up in their offensive play calling.
So a 3rd and 4 from the Maroon 45. Golker. Right halfback, that's Bowman. And Bowman met by 54 in the middle of the line. Noah Kalk again, who's making a bid to be our defensive player of the game. Noah's been in on a lot of tackles tonight. Now the line change. We have 3 of them, not 4 this time. And it's 4th and 1. Boy, the Maroons have had the Ducks in a lot of 4th downs tonight. 16 seconds left, 3rd period.
Look for Ross Bowman to get this football.
4th and 1. He's the right side halfback. And this will be Luke Johnson with it. And Luke Johnson got his first down and quite a bit more. Down to the 36-yard line of Holland Christian.
Strong run for Luke Johnson on that play from left half.
54, Noah Koch. Ducks first down.
Kalk with another tackle credited.
That's the end of
and that will be the end of the 3rd period with Holland Christian leading Zeeland West 2016 on the pledge.
As a proud sponsor of Holland Christian Sports, Lensbalder Insurance is a local company striving to help local people. Lensbalder Insurance is here to make sure that you're prepared with the coverages you need. Giving you peace of mind is what they do, while offering a person-to-person relationship that you can't get with a large direct company. Lensbalder Insurance specializes in all your insurance needs with coverage options including homeowners, auto, umbrella, and life. Online at lensbalderins.com. At Lensbalder Insurance, we've got your back.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Cooley Godfrey Investment Group, we've got your solution. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of banking and investment solutions under one roof. Cooley Godfrey Investment Group is committed to helping you reach your goals. Stop in and speak with Kerry Cooley or Jack Godfrey today. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The Pledge.
So 1 period left in this one from Holland Christian. The Maroons lead them 2016. Holland Christian up 14-zip. Zeeland West came back, made it 14-8. And Zeeland West went up 16-14, and the Maroons have taken the lead back 2016. Now 1st and 10 in Holland Christian territory for the Ducks. This is Bowman. Bowman dragged down from the back by Grassman. What a play by Grant Grassman to bring down Bowman from behind, and all he had was a piece of cloth to get the job done. Strong hands by Grant Grassman.
Grassman was in the playbook there of the Ducks and was all over that play with Ross Bowman running the football.
Loss of 4 to the 42nd and 14. Big play, Holland Christian defense. Now the thing is, you got to do it again. You just can't ever let down your guard against this team. Bowman's out here at right half. Here's Gulker under center to take the snap. Oop, you got Holland Christian to jump, but they didn't jump off sides. Now it is Grassman on the keeper, or not Grassman, but Gulker on the keeper. And that kind of faked out the Maroons defense. He got it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line, and an 11-yard gain for the sophomore Gulker. And it will be 3rd and 3.
I was just going to mention at the end of the 3rd quarter there that we have not seen the quarterback keeper much from the Ducks tonight. But Shillito called it on that play.
That was a 4-yard gain, not an 11-yard gain. Makes the math work a whole lot better. 3rd and 2. And the Holland Christian 28. This will be the left half. Luke Johnson.
Number 3, Luke Johnson.
And Johnson will get it over. Well, it'll be a first down. Yeah, they'll give him the 24-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the Holland Christian 24 for Zeeland West. As we march through this 4th quarter with 10:20 left to play.
Byron Center and Zeeland East tied at 13.
Johnson, Petty, and Bowman across the backfield left to right. This will be the first guy through Bowman. And I'm sorry, that's Petty out of the fullback position. And they'll mark him down at the 20-yard line. Should be 4, 2nd and 6. The sticks make it look like 2nd and 5. Is at the 24-yard line. And whistles on this one. False start, Zeeland West. First time they've made that mistake tonight. With the sophomore quarterback, that's a pretty good sign. And that'll back them up 5. And put them back at the, well, now they call it the 24. So little difficulty with the placement here, but it is 2nd and a full 10 now from the Holland Christian 24-yard line. Over the ball at center, Brock Lovell for Zeeland West. Gulker, the quarterback, takes the snap, takes it to his left halfback and keeps it. This is the first bootleg for Gulker all night. And he'll run out of bounds untouched all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Gulker, driven out of bounds by 24.
That John Shillito had up his sleeve, and he definitely was saving the quarterback keepers for the second half.
2nd and 10, he got 9, make it 3rd and 1 from the Holland Christian 15.
Gulker did a nice job keeping that ball behind his hip, so it was hard for the Maroon defenders to see who had the football.
Maroons are going to have to create a turnover here, I think, if they want to keep the Ducks out of the end zone. And on a drive like this, they score most of the time. Gulker to his left halfback, Luke Johnson. Johnson didn't get much, maybe
Luke Johnson, taken down by number 54, Noah Koch, and number 9, Grant
on
Graston.
another
First down Ducks.
making a bid to be our defensive player of the game for Vanderlaan Home Improvement. We'll also have an offensive player of the game brought to you by Verhaeg Motors in Holland. All part of the post-game show. Sponsored by Mark Hopp, your local Farm Bureau insurance representative in Holland.
Luke Johnson doesn't seem to be the guy who's going to break a long one for the Ducks, but he's a strong runner of the football.
Petty's in the middle. Watch out for him. Kalinsky now left halfback. And this is Bowman. Bowman off left tackle through the first line of defense and down to the 8-yard line. Gain of 5 again by running back Bowman. Matt Spalding credited with the tackle. 2nd and 5 coming up for Zeeland West.
Bowman doesn't waste any time going north and south, does he?
Nope. He gets right down the line very quickly. Or right through the line very quickly, I guess would make more sense.
Yep.
8:20 left in the ball game. Maroons leading by 4. Zeeland West knocking on the door. Gulker to Bowman. Bowman fighting and brought down inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. And they're signaling timeout, which means I think they're going to give them a 1st and goal, and they will. So 1st and goal, Zeeland West from officially the 4. Looks to me like it might be closer to the 3.
It's taking about 3 or 4 Maroon defenders to get Bowman down every time he touches the football now.
Kalinsky left half, and he's got it. And he will be stacked up and stopped, maybe for a loss of a yard. And they'll put him right down at the 3, 2nd and goal from right there.
Number 9, Grant Graston.
Grant Grassman, another tackle for Holland Christian. He's making his presence felt in the second half. Trevor Kalinsky getting some reps at left halfback here in the final period.
Grant Grassman had a hip flexor earlier in the year, but he's really starting to come on strong for the Maroon defense.
And the Maroon fans making some noise for the first time tonight. Here is Gulker, quarterback sneak, and he's in.
Quarterback keeper number 6.
Gulker in for the TD from 3 yards out to make it 22-20 Zeeland West with 7:05 left. And I don't know, could we be so fortunate as to have this be one of these last team with the ball wins kind of games?
Could be.
We have gone back and forth now since the Ducks took a lead on Holland Christian 16-14. And then on, it's been every other score. Bowman, left halfback. Kalinske flips over to the right side. Bowman's got it. Bowman's in for the 2-point conversion. Boy, he is so hard to stop. 7:05 left in the game. 24-20 Ducks on the pledge.
Michigan Hearing Experts wants you to know
Road 20, Ducks 24. Special announcement from the concession stands. Talk about your dream. Hot dogs are $1. $1 hot dogs. Perfect way to start out your weekend. $1 hot dogs in the concession stand.
Harbor4.net.
Spalding and Will Heisinger back to receive the kick from Brent McGeehan for Zeeland West. Kicking left to right. Ducks again with the lead. This will be a short, high kick coming down at the 25-yard line and going out of bounds. So the Bruins will get it at their own 35 to begin this possession.
Nice shot by Brady Howe there, sensing that the ball was going to go out of bounds, and he let it bounce, and sure enough it did.
I was about to say, what do you think? Must score for the
Bruins. First and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Over here.
And I don't think from their own 35 they can mount a 7-minute and 5-second drive. So I think they've got to get in and score and then rely on their defense. You get the feeling the Ducks are going to have that last possession. Matt Spalding, Ben Slink, and Brady Howell all to the left. Ball on the right side, hash mark. Maroons go right to left. Wireball getting the helmet adjusted. Now he's ready to go. He's got Conklin to his left. Wireball to Conklin, and he keeps it. Fake to Conklin. Wireball dropped by Petty. But not until he got it out to the 40-yard line, so that's a quick 5 for Holland Christian. Second and 5. Baldwin also in for the tackle for the Ducks.
Got to believe Coach Kuipers is going to put this game on the shoulders of his senior quarterback here, whether it be rushing or throwing the football. Wilson Wireball is going to have a lot to say about what happens here in the fourth quarter.
Spalding comes in with the play this time. Slink, Spalding, Howe outside to in on the left side of the formation for the Maroons. Van Wieren all alone out the right side. And a flag. Another false start against Holland Christian.
5-yard penalty, still second down.
For a big rivalry game? I don't know. Something's different tonight because we haven't seen 2 false starts in 6 games. We've had 3 or 4 tonight. So Wireball again, this time 2nd and 10. Throw it out on the right. Receiver screen to Howe. Howe jukes Mason Baker a little bit. The Baker brought him down.
Brady Howe.
Up at the 43-yard line.
Mason Baker.
Good play for the Maroons there after the penalty. It pushed them backwards.
And now we got another flag on this play against Zeeland West.
5-yard penalty, Maroons.
5-yard penalty against the Ducks. Brings it out to the 48.
I didn't see what that was for.
I didn't either. Had to have been after the play because they marked it off after the end of the play.
What would happen for a 5-yard penalty after the play?
1st and 10 Maroons, their own 48. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tight end in, Tyler Treffers. He's on the right side. Here's Conklin looking for a block from Gebbin. Got it, reverses his field. Being chased at the 50. And Chris Conklin turns nothing into a positive gain to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Gulker, another tackle for Zeeland West. Boy, that's 5 yards out of what should have been a 10-yard loss.
And then after he did get away, he had a whole flock of Ducks chasing him from the back, but he outran them.
Very nice. At the Ducks' 47-yard line with 5:23 left in the game. Clock is rolling. Ducks lead at 24-20. This time Conklin's going to set up wing right. Empty backfield for Wireball. Put Conklin in motion toward Wireball and hand it to him, and Wireball met in the backfield at the point of attack And Zeke Buter got in and read that one like he was wearing maroon. Boy, they just said, we're going to spy Conklin here in the second half. He's not going to beat us in the second half.
Yep.
And they have bottled him up completely.
Big adjustment by the Ducks at halftime.
Treffer's out, Matt Spalding in. Replace your tight end with another receiver. Wire ball comes to the huddle looking for a play from Coach Chris Kuipers. He signals it in. Wire ball a little bit confused. Now he says, I got it. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Wire ball, 3rd and 10. Rolling right, looking downfield, lets it go on a line, complete. And very close to first down yardage for Holland Christian. That's Ben Slink. And where are they going to mark it? They're going to mark it at the 42 and call it 4th and 1.
Ben Slink had a first down there.
Yeah. Now we're getting timeout called by Zeeland West. So yeah, that's an interesting spot because it looked for all the world like Slink was beyond the stick.
He certainly had forward progress, but they must have said that he went backwards under his own will.
4:02 left in the ballgame. 24-20 Zeeland West. And when we get back to live action, Holland Christian will have it 4th and less than 1.
There's one that I think video replay would show that Holland Christian had achieved a first down there.
Yep.
This will be the 4th game on event for the current Vikings quarterback.
So a 4th and less than 1 coming up for Holland Christian.
All-Stars versus Crusaders All-Stars. Game on.
4:02.
The offensive line can hold their blocks here. I think Wilson Wirebaugh could sneak it or run around the end for a first down here.
Now he has a version of the quarterback sneak that he's under center and then he takes 1 step backward and then veers either left or right, usually left, to pick up that half a yard. We'll see if he tries the hard count. He is under center. He does try the hard count. That doesn't work. Now he's going to go into the shotgun. I don't know about this. Wireball will keep it. He's got Conklin to block for him. Conklin got the block he needed, and Wireball's got the first down and more down to the 30-yard line before he is tackled by Ross Bowman for Zeeland West. I knew the name, I knew the number, I just couldn't spit it out. Ross Bowman on the tackle as Wireball from the shotgun gets 12 yards down to the 30.
Well, exactly what the doctor ordered there. A great job by the offensive line holding their blocks just long enough so that Wireball could get around the left side.
Did you see the block that Conklin got coming around the left? 3:42 left. Ducks by 4. Maroons at the Ducks 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Wireball, high snap again. Throw it out to the right. That one's low, and it's going to be incomplete. That high snap messed up the timing. Wireball threw it at the feet of Brady Howe. It fell harmlessly incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10 for Holland Christian. Small crowd on the maroon side of the field tonight, but with the help of the cheerleaders, they're making as much noise as they can, encouraging this Holland Christian offense to get what I think everybody would call an upset win here against Zeeland West.
What a tough spot the Maroons are in. 3.5 minutes left in the game. They don't want to score too quickly, but a field goal is not going to do anything for them, so they're doing the best they can to run the clock down and get in the red zone.
I said they couldn't mount a 7-yard drive from their own 35, but they're working on it. All right, Conklin and Howe getting set up in the slot on either side. Wireball looks right, throws it left, and Van Weeren's got running room, 20, and down to the 15 where he is tackled by Mason Baker. Van Weeren down to the 15. That is a quick 15-yard gain on another beautiful play designed by Coach Kuipers. Sort of the wide receiver screen to Will Van Weeren.
Well, I'd never say you're glad he didn't score a touchdown, but boy, as much time as they can run off the clock here, it sure is going to benefit them.
1st and 10. They are at the Ducks' 15-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Conklin in the backfield alongside Wireball. Conklin did the Statue of Liberty kind of thing again, and this time he got it down to the 11-yard line, and you got to give Zeeland West defense credit along with their coaching staff. Conklin was breaking big plays all first half. He's gotten nothing here in the second half. Treffer's tight end back in. Matt Spalding comes out of the lineup for Holland Christian. 2:40 left, clock running. 24-20 Ducks. They have it on the 13-yard line. 2nd and 7.
Brady Howe's been quiet here for a while.
A wire ball with Conklin to his right out of the shotgun. He's going to run right on a reverse. Look out. Brady Howe runs away from one tackler at the 15, gets wrapped up by the ankles and goes down at the 11. A lot of running for no gain.
Number 3, Brady Howe, left side, taken down by 23, Chase Petty.
3rd and 7, Chase Petty on the tackle for Zeeland West. A lot of trying to get around Zeeland West on this offensive set. Wonder if Coach Kuipers will try something straight at him and see what happens. Clock's running, 1:50 left. 24-20, Maroons 3rd and 6 from the 11-yard line of Zeeland West. Zeeland West has 2 timeouts left, Holland Christian with 3. And now they're letting the clock run.
Timeout.
And timeout on the field. Maroons down 4, but threatening on the pledge.
The busy season is upon us. Moms, you know what I mean. Endless days of running kids to school, sports, and anything else that comes up. With as much time as you'll be spending with your most precious cargo in the car, it makes sense to spend a few minutes making sure your ride is in tip-top shape. OK Tire is inviting you to stop in and let the pros check it all out. From tires to brakes, belts, and hoses, and everything in between, we will make sure you're safe on the road.
OK Tire, your hometown tire store in Holland, Hamilton, and Zeeland.
Reputations take years to build. Advantage Marine took advantage of that time to build theirs the right way. Now they're West Michigan's premier powerboat repair facility. And more of our neighbors are learning Advantage Marine is the place to trust for winterization and winter storage. Repair your boat's summer bumps and bruises. Protect your boat from winter. Prepare your boat for spring. Sleep well knowing it's in good hands, the hands of trained Mercury and Mercruiser technicians. Advantage Marine, AdvantageMarineRepair.com.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The play.
3rd and 6 from the Zeeland West 11-yard line for Holland Christian, trailing by 4. Wire ball rolling right, looking, lets it go, and it's broken up. Tapped away in the secondary. I think that was Bowman that got a hand on it. And now 4th down for Holland Christian. The game resting on this play. They need 6 yards for a first down, which they can get at the 5-yard line. So the Maroons, with 1:26 left in the ball game, have this game riding on one play. Nice play by Bowman, by the way, to knock that pass away in the air.
Really, the entire Ducks defense did a nice job on that play.
Yeah, they really
to the
did.
right.
Slink to the right, Van Weeren to the left. Matt Spalding and Howe also to the right. Wire ball, calmly takes the snap, fakes left. Looks to throw right for the screen. It's incomplete. No, it's caught on a tip, but it's caught by Zeeland West, or the Maroons are short of the first down, one of the two. The Ducks players are celebrating. It was caught on a tip, but the question is it a first down?
I don't think he got far enough. No, they're marking it well short.
Yeah. But they are still talking about it, which is interesting. So the place goes deathly quiet as we wait on the official confab. Way down to our left. It looked like he was short of the first down. I don't know what the question is here. It was a tipped ball, caught by Holland Christian off the tip. Maybe it wasn't an eligible receiver down there. I don't know. We'll see. Lots of opinions being expressed all over the place. And it is Zeeland West football. That's all they said. So now the Maroons have 1:07 to generate a turnover, or they're going to go to 4-3 and make winning their last 2 mandatory if they want to make the playoffs. Zeeland West, on the other hand, walks out of here with a win, and if they do, they will be in the playoffs come the end of October. So now it says 1:07, and Zeeland West has called timeout. Gives us a chance for this on the pledge.
At Compound Door and Operator Company, because of you, business is great. Truth is, we're too swamped for our own good. So we're keeping the legacy alive by hiring mechanically inclined, strong, ambitious people who like to work hard and take pride in their work. There's competitive pay for those eager to learn. Even better pay for those with experience and great references. Email your interest to customer service@compounddoor.com. That's customer service at compounddoor.com.
WPNW, Zeeland, Holland, Hudsonville, Grand Rapids.
Imagine a program that equips you for success in the job market, the workplace, and the world. Calvin LifeWork does just that, taking the fear out of your first steps after college. With Calvin College's innovative life readiness program, you'll explore different career paths, learn about personal finances, practice essential life skills for wherever God calls you. Then you'll earn a $3,000 scholarship when you complete the program. Yep, $3,000. Start your journey at calvin.edu/discover/lifework.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The Pledge.
Zeeland West first and 10 from their own 7 with 1:23 left. They have a 4-point lead. Sophomore quarterback Carson Gulker under center to take the snap. And running up the middle and getting big yardage is Chase Petty, I think. Looked like him anyway. Yep. So Petty,
23, Chase
with Holland
Petty,
Christian calling time out, will get 9 out of it. 2nd and 1 when we come back.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter how much you saved in 15 minutes on your car insurance. In this moment, all that matters is that your agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Hi, I'm Jacob Bonema, and I'm that agent. I would like to invite you to get a quote from Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Visit me, Jacob Bonema, at Coop and Burr of Holland today, or visit us online at coopburr.com. That's Coop with a K, burr.com.
Got our gas furnace working yet?
Afraid it's time to replace it.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin, one of the top-selling brands worldwide.
Daikin.
Daikin, extremely reliable, performance tested.
Daikin.
Daikin, super efficient, saving you on energy bills.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Call Bremer and Bauman at 396-7716 and ask about the $79 furnace tune-up special. That's 396-7716.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM.
Running play off right tackle gets a first down for Zeeland West. And Holland Christian calls another timeout. We'll keep it here this time. Remind you that our post-game show coming up, brought to you by Mark Hopp, your local Farm Bureau insurance representative in Holland. We'll have an offensive player of the game for Holland Christian, brought to you by Verhaeg Mitsubishi in Holland. A defensive player of the game could be from either team, brought to you by Vanderlaan Home Improvement in Hudsonville. 24-20, Ducks lead it, 1:11 left in the ball game. The Ducks have it 1st and 10 with the ball now at the Ducks' 21-yard line.
Well, I mentioned in the opening tonight that the Maroons had been suffering an average defeat by almost 30 points a game to Zeeland West over the last 8 years, but certainly that's not the case tonight.
No, the Ducks will go home knowing they were in a battle tonight. Maroons acquitted themselves well, just couldn't get over the hump. Penalties at the wrong time, a couple of times turning it over on downs.
I really think they got stuck on that last drive, trying not to score too fast.
Yep. So victory formation for Zeeland West with 1:11 left. That means the coaching staff for Zeeland West has figured out they don't need any more yardage. They just need to snap it 3 more times and get out of here. Under a minute. Holland Christian out of timeouts. So nothing the Maroons can do about it anymore. They put up a great seesaw battle against Zeeland West here at home tonight. The Ducks are going to walk out of here with a win by a score of 24-20. Give all the credit in the world to sophomore quarterback and defensive back Carson Gulker. He played a great game here tonight. And now if they wait that long, they don't have to snap it again. There's the ready for play. We're under 25 seconds, and that'll do it. This game will go in the books as a win for Zeeland West. The final 24-20. Post-game show in a moment on the Pledge.
To make their first impression a good impression. First impressions are important. That's why many top business leaders, schools, and churches confidently choose Zeeland Print Shop for all their printing. From business cards to large corporate printing, from vinyl banners to window graphics, the printer of choice is Zeeland Print Shop. You will easily find them on Main Street in downtown Zeeland next to the post office. Zeeland Print Shop supports our community and is pleased to bring you high school football on the pledge.
Craig Brink with 5-Star Real Estate is a proud sponsor of today's Holland Christian football game. Craig and his team salute the athletes and coaches at Holland Christian. Congratulations to you on your effort and dedication to your sport. Holland Christian has a tradition of hard work, perseverance, and fair play. These are the values Craig Brink learned as an athlete and graduate of Holland Christian and what he tries to apply each day on behalf of his real estate clients. Craig would be honored to serve you in your real estate needs. Put his 26 years of experience to work for you. Contact Craig Brink with 5-Star Real Estate at craigbrink.com.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The Pledge.
Good effort by both teams here tonight as we open up our post-game show, brought to you by Mark Hoff, your local Farm Bureau insurance representative in Holland. For prompt personal insurance services, call Mark, Joe Bauman, or Matt Neal at 396-5728. Scott's famous scoring summary in a moment on the Pledge.
As a proud sponsor of Holland Christian Sports, Lensbalder Insurance is a local company striving to help local people. Lensbalder Insurance is here to make sure that you're prepared with the coverages you need.
Investment solutions under one roof. Cooley Godfrey Investment Group is committed to helping you reach your goals. SIPC.
96.5 FM and 1260 AM. The Pledge.
Scott's scoring summary brought to you by ZR Graphics in Zeeland.
All right, well, the Maroons held the lead in this game tonight after the first quarter, at halftime, and after the third quarter, but just weren't able to pull it off tonight here from the stadium at Holland Christian. With 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the third quarter, there was a 16-yard touchdown run for Ross Bowman. Bowman converted the 2-point as well, and the Ducks took the lead over the Maroons 16-14. With 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, we saw an 8-yard touchdown run for Wilson Wirebaugh, his third rushing touchdown of the game. The Maroons retook the lead 20-16. The 2-point conversion was no good. So going into the fourth quarter with 7:05 left, there was a 3-yard touchdown run by Carson Galker. Ross Bowman again converted the 2-point play. And Zeeland West wins the football game here tonight 24-20.
Scott scoring summary brought to you by ZR Graphics in Zeeland. Now time for the announcement of our offensive player of the game, sponsored by Verhaeg Mitsubishi in Holland. And we'll have that right after this.
Verhaeg Motors is your Lakeshore Mitsubishi dealer. The 2018 Outlander ES 7-passenger all-wheel drive price starts at $22,397. Buy your next vehicle from Verhaeg Motors Mitsubishi. They provide a simple, easy, and hassle-free way to purchase. Visit their showroom today on East 8th Street for an all-wheel drive SUV that includes backup camera and a 7-inch touch panel radio. Let your fingers do the shopping at VerhaegMotors.com. That's VerhaegMotors.com.
Scott, how about an offensive player of the game for Holland Christian tonight?
Well, on a wet and dreary night here from Holland Christian, I'm going to give the offensive player of the game to Wilson Wirebaugh. He ran for 3 touchdowns tonight and had a valiant effort here. Offensive player of the game tonight, Wilson Wirebaugh.
Brought to you by Verhaeg Mitsubishi in Holland. And a defensive player of the game, sponsored by Vanderlaan Home Improvement, the best defense for your home against the ravages of West Michigan weather. Is it called Vanderlaan Home Improvement at 616-669-1111.
For our defensive player of the game tonight, let's go with Brady Howe. Brady Howe is Mr. All-Everything for this Maroons football team, and he really played hard on defense tonight, made some nice tackles for loss in the first half. Brady Howe, your defensive player of the game.
Well, Zeeland West with a 24-20 win over Holland Christian here tonight punches their ticket for the playoffs once again. So that takes a little pressure off of them. They have a game left with Zeeland East. Zeeland East has beaten West 5 times over the years since 2003. Nobody else has beaten them more than 3 times. So that'll be a game, and it seems like no matter what the records are for those teams, those you can throw out when they get together, both of them playing what amounts to on their home field. And it's always fun when Zeeland East and Zeeland West get together. Speaking of fun, a big rivalry game for the Maroons as they travel over to Ray and Sue Smith Stadium on the campus of Hope College next Friday night for a tilt against the Dutch from Holland High. We'll be on the air at 10 minutes before 7 o'clock. So, Scott, some wrap-up thoughts on this one here tonight.
Well, probably the best effort we've seen from the Maroons here against the Ducks in several years. We said they've beaten them 8 times in a row, make it 9 times in a row here now. But just huge improvements this year, especially from last year to this year. Maroons really gave Zeeland West fits tonight. But Zeeland West comes out victorious again, as we see so often, on some great calling by Coach Shillito.
Yeah, Maroons had a chance at the end, but could not convert on a 4th down on a tipped ball. That was marked just short of first down yardage. That gave the Ducks the ball back, and they simply went to the victory formation and ran out the clock. So Zeeland West, with their 6th victory of the season, wins over Holland Christian here tonight, 24-20. For Terry Vanoss at the Pledge Studios, Scott Nyheis alongside, I'm Roger Allen. Thank you for listening. Once again, Zeeland West over Holland Christian, 24-20. And the post-game show brought to you by Mark Hopp, your local Farm Bureau Insurance representative in Holland. So long, everybody.